Then this is the developer edition.
Oh yeah, so watch my screen. Are you seeing my screen?
So, but I wanted to know how to connect this thing.
Okay, this is
After
how you connect.
installing
This is
it,
how you connect. This is what you're supposed to have once you open it. This is what happened. So
you connect now.
here is this. So under this is my company own. So I'm gonna remove it. You're supposed to use localhost. Then you're gonna have Windows authentication here. So once you have these two, you can click on connect. You should be able to connect because you're using localhost. So localhost and Windows authentication, that's what you can see is connecting. And that is exactly what is here in our website. He told you that you have to select what? Localhost as the server name. Then authentication is Windows authentication. So once you finish, click on connect, it will connect. So right click on databases and new database ITDB. So I'm gonna go back. So you can see that he has connected now. So I will
But see
right
what
click
is showing me
on new
when it's connected.
database and I'm gonna give it a name. I hope you are seeing my screen. So I'm gonna give it a name. Once it pops up, ITDB. Then I'll go to the SQL query and insert the two tables. It's as simple as that. It's not difficult. It's not difficult.
Surface or video is possible.
Are you able to do it? So right click, new database. Okay, I even have one local database here. Good, you can see it's up now. So I'm gonna say call it
So I,
ITDB.
so I said
So once
the
I
server
create
name
it,
is
that's the database name. So I can press OK, which is exactly what we have here. Right click, press OK. Then you can go to query and run this query to create the two tables. So these are the two tables, users table and students table. So if I go back here now and I simply go to, is it the first one or the last one? So ITDB, I'll press OK. So once I press OK, it's gonna create this DB. So you can see it's creating. Okay, it has created it. So you can see this ITDB now. So with this, I can simply run my query on this guy. So I can simply go to here, new query, and once I'm in new query, I can run those query and create my table. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You can see the query this thing is out. So I paste, but I make sure that I change this DB to ITDB. Okay. So once I have this, I can click to run this query. So this is already connected. So I can Control S, save this and run this query. Okay. No need for this. So I can click on this execute. can see completion time command contributed successfully. So if I go to these tables now, go back to this, I can refresh. So I'm gonna have all these now. If I go to tables, I should be able to have this guy. Okay, so you can see it now. I now have students and users. Okay, so this is working perfectly. So the next thing I will do after clicking execute, you can see all the instructions are there. I will install a test. Let me put a test. So this is a test data. So I'm putting for username admin and for password 1234. So I'm gonna go back here. So I can come here, clean up everything here, and paste the new one. And once you use my own, you have to make sure that you change these commas. If not, they are gonna bug out for you. So I change them to what is better. Okay. So insert into users username and password these values. Okay. So I can execute this as well. One row affected. So you can see it is done. So it's actually inside users. So I can go to users and go to the columns. You can see there's username and there's password already there. So I can select the first 100 rows. You can see now I have admin and 1234. So this is perfect. So I've completely created my tables and inserted data inside it. So I can now go ahead and so my login should now work. So this is perfect now. It should work. So with this now, the application should work. So I'm going to leave you to do this. So in our .NET, we are going to put this string. So make sure you have this string because you're going to put it in your .NET application. Where is our .NET application? Student DB. Okay. So if we go here, so we must make sure we keep it so that we can install it. Let me just put a file here. But in subsequent classes, we are gonna be able to connect it. So I'm gonna call it connection string. So I'm gonna allow you to .txt. I'm gonna allow you to create your own listing. Then once you're done, you should be able to use that connection string and build out our application. Okay. Yeah. So try this out. Try what I've just done out. Follow the lectures on the screen. Then I'll check back with you to continue. Thank you. See you when I see you.